Hi, my name's Sami Scott. I'm a singer-songwriter from Daytona Beach, Florida. I've been trying to catch up. I grew up listening to a lot of folk music and a lot of jazz. My dad, he was always playing guitar and singing for my older sister and I, and he always played us a lot of Doyle Dykes and Bob Dylan. That definitely had a lot of influence on me growing up. My uncle was in a jazz band, so a lot of my earliest memories of music were seeing him play out. I never really wrote poetry or song lyrics or anything like that. It was always just stories, and it wasn't until I was in the 9th grade that I actually did start writing lyrics. And that was because my 9th grade English teacher, she had us do this project where we took one song that we really liked and we wrote 5 sets of lyrics or poems based off of that song. So I chose Change by Taylor Swift, and I ended up writing my first song based off of a poem that I wrote for that project. And then from there was really no turning back on it.
I remember we had a new client in the studio, and we were talking, and after learning that we had a lot of common interests in music, she finally got behind the microphone and started to play, and I was really impressed with her musicality. She's a great singer-songwriter, but she could really hold her own on guitar and ukulele. And after I told her that she was doing such a great job, I was really blown away when she told me that. It was her first time in the studio, and I was really impressed with that. I told Matt McEwen that there's this new girl and you're gonna have to work with her. There's something that's gonna happen with her, I just know it.
Sami first came into the studio and worked with my partner Alex, and I knew immediately that what I wanted to do was to kind of upstream her to work with my other partner Billy Chapin. She was so original and fresh and new and different that I thought it would be a good idea to sort of get more than one brain on the project. She came in with her ukulele, and I'll never forget it. It was shaped and colored like a watermelon. And on that little watermelon ukulele, she played us some of these songs, and we were just blown away by her originality and the tone of her voice. And we just knew that she was a real artist, and that we needed to make some great music with her.
Look out a new window you could never see through. Look out a new window you could never see through. The name of the EP is Here I Am, and that's the first track of the EP. And that concept kind of came from me being in situations that I didn't necessarily want to be in, and just saying to myself, well, here I am. And so that kind of blossomed into its own song. And I thought it would be a good title track just because it was my debut EP and saying the same thing, here I am.
Sami Scott, wow. She is an incredible little writer, entertainer, killer singer. We really had a blast making her record. She's another one. She's kind of an old soul. Lyrically, what she writes about is really interesting. I just really had a great time making a record with her.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sami is involved in some capacity in the music business for the rest of her life. She's the kind of person I know that loves all kinds of music and loves to go to these outdoor festivals, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her on stage at one of these very soon. So keep your eye out for Sami Scott. Big things are coming.
Thanks for listening to my EP, Here I Am. I put a lot of my heart, a lot of myself into it, and I hope that you get out of it what I put into it.